The evil of Jew hatred and the destroy Israel obsession causes enormous suffering and harm, mainly to people that are not Jews. Israel is a small nation where the majority of the world's Jews live and where they consist of the majority population of that small nation. Most of these Jews originated in the Middle East and Africa without ever having any connection to Europe. Many of these Jews were persecuted, ethnically cleansed, and driven out from Arab and Muslim majority lands. Jews have been a long-standing persecuted minority. For the Jews that lived in Europe, their own long history of persecution and being blamed and scapegoated for everything culminated in the Holocaust, in which over 90% of the population of European Jews, over 6 million people, were mass murdered. Jews are a tiny minority religious ethnic group in the world at large, consisting of around 15 million people, if even that. The obsession, demonic hatred against them takes an enormous toll against countless hundreds of millions of people that are not Jews. A prominent demonic figure from a tyrannical, theocratic Middle East nation blames everything wrong in the world against Israel and is seeking to unite Arab and Muslim countries to destroy Israel. Dime a dozen Jew haters circle the world, some made rich and famous from the popularity of Jew hatred. Jew hatred causes immeasurable harm and suffering, directly and indirectly, mostly to non-Jews. Most of the world lives in excruciating poverty. Rich, corrupt, brutal elites rule the majority of countries in the world. Child marriage is rampant in Afghanistan, Yemen, Somalia, and in many other countries. Women and girls are extremely oppressed in Afghanistan and in many more places. Sexual abuse is common against religious and ethnic minorities and many others all over the world. Slavery still destroys the lives of millions. Millions of people are exploited terribly by employers, including in a number of wealthy Middle East oil-rich states where sexual and physical abuse are rampant. Religious and ethnic minorities are brutally oppressed in many countries. There is real genocide in the Congo region, in the Darfur region of the Sudan, against black Muslims, and in other parts of the Sudan and elsewhere. War, terrorism, fanatically violent, religious brainwashed people have destroyed many countries that continue to exist in squalor and violence, including Somalia, Yemen, and in many other countries. War and/or terror are widespread in Mali, Burkina Faso, northern Nigeria, Somalia, Mozambique, Congo region, Myanmar, Ukraine, Haiti, Ethiopia, southern Thailand, parts of Mindanao, and elsewhere. The Iranian regime slaughters hundreds, even thousands of unarmed people every day that want nothing more than freedom. Violent religious fanatics following the ideology that Qatar and others push upon the world are killing and abusing countless people of other faiths, including Christians in Nigeria and the Central African Republic, Jews and others in Syria, Hindus in Pakistan and Bangladesh, and many others elsewhere. The world is drowning in plastic and toxic poisons and man-made contaminants. Forests, oceans themselves, coral reefs, rainforests, and more are dying and being destroyed every single day. Biodiversity is collapsing. Extreme poverty and misery are only growing. Nuclear weapons and their proliferation threatens the existence of humanity itself. Despite all of this misery and harm, these weak-minded, demented cowards continue to embrace the demonic hatred against Jews and Israel. For some, it enables them to continue to stay rich, corrupt, brutal, and powerful by their use of a scapegoat. In the face of all this misery and pending disaster, all they, the demonic, do is blame the Jew and Israel. It is their continued excuse to do nothing and to keep evil and harm in place. The anti-Jew and anti-Israel obsessive hate ensures the suffering and misery of hundreds of millions of people, even billions, suffering from war, genocide, famine, extreme poverty, oppression, persecution, violent religious intolerance, environmental destruction and poisoning, and more will continue to be ignored. This is the true silence that is complicity. Jew hate and the hatred for the one small country continues to be a much more powerful force than the love of humanity for countless millions.